Welcome everyone to English with Tony. I'm so glad you're here today. Today's video is going to be very special. It might just change the way you think about learning English forever. And I mean that. This is not just another English lesson you watch and forget. This is not a video with boring grammar rules that make your head hurt, or confusing tips about words that you'll never remember. And most importantly, this is not a video that will waste your time. I promise you that. So, what is this video? This video is a complete, practical, and smart guide. It's going to show you exactly how to use ChatGPT. Yes, that's right, ChatGPT. This is the most advanced language tool in the world right now, and it can help you become fluent in English. It doesn't matter what your English level is right now. Maybe you are a complete beginner who can't speak even one full sentence. Or maybe you are someone who understands English well, but feels shy or not confident to speak. Or perhaps you already speak English okay, but you want to take your English from okay to excellent. No matter who you are, this video is for you. Why is this video so important? Because for the first time in your life, you now have a tool that is truly amazing. Think about it. It's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It never sleeps. It speaks perfect English. It can answer any question you have about English. It will correct your mistakes kindly, without making you feel bad. It never judges you. You can make 100 mistakes, and it will still be there to help. It gives you personalized learning instantly. It learns what you need. This tool, ChatGPT, can become your own private English tutor. It can be your speaking partner whenever you want to practice talking. It can be your grammar coach, explaining rules in a simple way. It can be your vocabulary trainer, helping you learn new words. It can even be your confidence booster and your daily motivation to keep going. It's truly like carrying the world's best English teacher right in your pocket. And this teacher never gets tired. It can even replace many books, expensive courses, language apps, and sometimes even real classrooms. It's that powerful. But here's the big secret, and it's very important. Most people don't know how to use ChatGPT properly for learning English. They just open it, ask a simple question, and then close it. They don't realize that this one tool can do so much more. They don't know how to use it the smart way. And that's what you will learn today. I want to make one big promise to you right now. By the end of this video, you won't just have some new information. You will have a clear plan for your English learning. You will have real, actionable, and proven techniques that you can start using immediately after this video. You can do all of this at home, for free, and on your own time. And most importantly, you will have hope. Hope that yes, even if you failed before, even if you feel slow or embarrassed when you speak English, even if you think everyone laughs at your English, you can still learn, you can still grow, and you can still become fluent. Because this time, you're not doing it alone. You have a powerful new friend and tool. Are you ready to change your English journey forever? Let's begin. Part 1. Speak English every day. Your personal speaking partner. Okay, let's dive into the first big step that will completely change your English. This is all about speaking English every single day with your very own personal speaking partner. ChatGPT. The biggest problem: no one to practice with. Many English learners face a huge problem. They learn a lot of words, they understand grammar rules, and they can even read pretty well. But when it's time to actually speak English, they freeze. Why? The biggest reason is simple. They have no one to practice with. Maybe your friends don't speak English. Maybe you live in a place where you don't hear English spoken often. Or perhaps you're just too shy to speak in front of others. You worry about making mistakes, and you're afraid people might laugh at you or judge you. Because of these fears, your English gets trapped inside your head. You understand, but you can't express yourself. You know the words, but your tongue feels stuck. You learn every day, but when it's time to speak, you just freeze. This is a common and very frustrating feeling. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to be this way anymore. ChatGPT is your solution. Fearless practice. This is where ChatGPT becomes a game changer for you. Imagine having an English conversation partner who is always available. Seriously, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can talk to it at midnight, in the morning, during lunch, before sleep. It's always ready and it never gets tired. But most importantly, ChatGPT never judges you. It doesn't care if you make mistakes. It's not going to laugh or make you feel bad. This means you can practice English speaking without any fear. This is truly fearless practice, and it's something no textbook or traditional class can give you. Now, let's get super practical. I'll show you exactly how to use ChatGPT as your personal speaking partner, with specific techniques for different levels. Techniques for speaking practice. 1. Start simple, beginner conversation. If you're a complete beginner, or if you feel very nervous, start here. This technique helps you get comfortable speaking without pressure. How to prompt ChatGPT. Type this exactly. Let's have a simple English conversation. I'm a beginner. You ask me questions, I'll answer. Please correct my mistakes after each reply. This prompt is very powerful because it tells ChatGPT 3 important things. 1. You want a conversation. 2. You are a beginner, so keep it simple. 3. You want corrections after each answer, which helps you learn immediately. Examples of a simple Q&A. A ChatGPT. Hi, how are you today? You. I good. A ChatGPT. Thanks for your reply. Just a small correction. Instead of I good, please say, I'm good. Am is the verb to be, and we use it with I to talk about how you are. Keep going. What did you do yesterday? See the magic? You're not just chatting. You're learning, correcting, speaking, and building fluency without fear. Tips for beginners. Start with very short answers. It's okay to say just 1 or 2 words at first. The goal is to get your brain and mouth moving. Don't worry about perfect grammar at first. Focus on getting your message across. ChatGPT will help you with corrections. Focus on getting words out. Don't think too much. Just try to reply. 2. Get casual. Chat like friends for A2, B1 learners. Once you feel a little more comfortable, or if you're already at an A2 or B1 level, you can practice sounding more natural and casual, like you're talking to a friend. How to prompt ChatGPT. Type this. Pretend you're my friend from the US. Let's talk in casual English about daily life. Correct me only if I make big grammar mistakes. This prompt changes the style. You're asking for a friendly chat, and you're telling ChatGPT to correct only big mistakes, so you can focus more on natural conversation flow. Examples of a casual chat. Chat. Hey, how was your weekend? You. It was amazing. I gone to the beach with my cousin. ChatGPT. Awesome. Just a small fix. Say, I went to the beach instead of I gone to the beach. Went is the correct past tense of go. You're doing great. Did you do anything else fun? You see the difference? You're not just memorizing grammar rules from a book. You're living the language, practicing like you're talking to a real person. You'll learn slang, common phrases, and how people really speak. Tips for B1 learners. Focus on natural phrases and common expressions. Try to use some idioms if you know them. Don't be afraid to try new words. If you learned a new word, try to use it in your conversation. ChatGPT will tell you if it sounds natural or not. Ask follow-up questions to keep the conversation going, just like you would with a real friend. 3. Build control. Step-by-step questions. Sometimes, especially for absolute beginners, even a simple conversation can feel too fast. This technique helps you practice speaking in a slower, more controlled way. How to prompt ChatGPT. Type this. Please ask me 5 questions in English one by one. Wait for my answer before asking the next. Correct my answer before going to the next question. Why this works? It's perfect for absolute beginners or when you feel overwhelmed. It controls the speed of the conversation. ChatGPT will ask one question. Wait patiently for your answer, correct it, and then ask the next question. This gives you time to think and form your answer. It builds slow, controlled fluency, which is a great starting point. Examples of a slow, guided conversation. ChatGPT. Question 1. What is your name? You. My name is John. ChatGPT. Great. That's perfect. Next question. Question 2. Where are you from? You. I from Vietnam. ChatGPT. Good try. A small correction. Say, I am from Vietnam. We use am with I when talking about your origin. Keep up the good work. Next question. Question 3. What do you like to do in your free time? This method builds your speaking muscles step by step, making sure you understand before moving on. Why this works so powerfully? You might be thinking, can talking to a computer really help me speak better? The answer is a huge yes. Here's why practicing speaking with ChatGPT every day works so powerfully. Your fear goes away. When you know you'll never be judged or laughed at, your fear of speaking just disappears. This is huge for building confidence. Your mouth gets trained. Regular practice, even for just 15 to 20 minutes a day, makes your mouth and tongue get used to making English sounds and forming sentences. Speaking starts to feel natural, not awkward. You learn real sentence patterns. By getting corrections and seeing native-like responses, you start to understand how real English sentences are built, not just memorized rules. You see your own progress. You'll notice yourself making fewer mistakes over time. These small wins build big confidence and make you excited to practice again. It's always there. No need to wait for a friend or a class schedule. You can practice English anytime, anywhere, the moment you feel like it. You become fluent because you start. You don't need to be perfect to begin. You become fluent because you start practicing consistently. Many people practice English for years in school, but still feel scared to speak. But if you practice speaking with ChatGPT every day, even for 20 minutes, you will speak better in 3 months than you did in 3 years of traditional learning. This is not theory. This is real, live, private, fearless speaking practice. It's free, private, and yours. No cost, no one else listening, and it's always ready to help you. ChatGPT gives you the space and the support that real classrooms often can't. Even if you speak broken English, it listens. Even if your grammar is wrong, it corrects you politely. Even if you stop and restart a sentence, it waits patiently for you. Call to action. Start speaking today. You now have a powerful tool at your fingertips. So, don't wait. Start practicing speaking with ChatGPT today. It's free, it's private, and it's incredibly powerful. You'll never have to say, I have no one to speak with ever again. Ready for the next step? Let's move on to part 2, where I'll show you how to use ChatGPT to correct your English and understand why you make mistakes. Part 2. Fix Your English, your personal correction coach. Welcome back. In part 1, we talked about how you can use ChatGPT to practice speaking every day. You learned how to have conversations, build confidence, and get your mouth used to speaking English without fear. That's a huge step. But now, let's talk about the next important part of learning: how to fix your English when you make mistakes, and more importantly, how to understand why those mistakes happen. The problem: not knowing what's wrong. Have you ever said or written something in English and then thought, is that right? Or maybe you're writing an email and a sentence just doesn't feel natural, but you can't figure out why. This is a very common problem for English learners. When you speak or write English, but you don't know what's wrong with your sentences, what happens? You might just guess if it's correct. You might repeat the same mistakes again and again, because no one is there to tell you how to fix them. And because of this, you might even stop improving because you're scared of making those mistakes. You feel stuck, confused, and sometimes even frustrated. You keep wondering, is this sentence correct? Why does my English not sound natural? Why do native speakers say it differently? This feeling can really slow down your progress and make you feel like you're not learning. ChatGPT is your solution. Fix and explain. This is why part 2 of our guide is so powerful. Now, you will use ChatGPT as your private sentence correction coach. Imagine having a teacher who is always ready to check your work, 24/7, and never gets tired. ChatGPT doesn't just fix your mistakes. It does something even better. It explains exactly what went wrong and why. This explanation, this deep understanding, is the key to permanent improvement. When you understand why a mistake is a mistake, you're much less likely to make it again. It's like having a very patient and smart friend who helps you truly learn, not just copy. Let me show you exactly how to do this with some simple, powerful techniques. Techniques for correction and explanation. 1. Correct my sentence and explain. This is the fastest and most direct way to get help with any single sentence you're unsure about. How to prompt ChatGPT. You simply go to ChatGPT and type this. Here's my sentence. Your sentence. Is this correct? If not, please correct it and explain why. You will put your sentence inside the brackets. Let's look at some common examples for A2, B1 learners. Example 1. Past tense mistake. Your sentence. I am go to market yesterday. What you ask ChatGPT. Here's my sentence. I am go to market yesterday. Is this correct? If not, please correct it and explain why. What ChatGPT might reply. Your sentence has a grammar mistake. The correct version is, I went to the market yesterday. Oh, why? Because when you talk about something that happened in the past, like yesterday, you must use the past tense form of the verb. Am go is not correct. Went is the past tense of go. So, the sentence becomes, I went to the market yesterday. See, this is not just a correction. This is education. You're learning the grammar rule, past tense, the correct verb form, went, the reason, because you talk about the past, and how to avoid the mistake next time. Example 2. Third person singular s mistake. Your sentence. She like apples very much. What you ask ChatGPT. Here's my sentence. She like apples very much. Is this correct? If not, please correct it and explain why. What ChatGPT might reply. Your sentence has a small mistake. The correct version is, she likes apples very much. Why? When you use he, she, or it, which we call the third person singular, in the present simple tense, you need to add an s to the verb. So, like becomes likes. This technique is great for fixing common grammar rules that A2, B1 students often struggle with, like different tenses, past, present, future, subject-verb agreement, making sure the verb matches the subject, like she likes instead of she like, and even correct use of articles, an, the. 2. Fix my paragraph and learn big changes. You don't have to ask about just one sentence. You can give ChatGPT a whole paragraph. This is super helpful for improving your overall writing and understanding how sentences connect together. How to prompt ChatGPT. Please check my paragraph and correct all grammar, sentence structure, and unnatural phrases. Then explain the major changes you made. Example input. Your paragraph with common mistakes. Yesterday I going to college and I meet my teacher. She tell me that exam is coming and I should study hardly. Now, let's see ChatGPT's correction and its clear explanation. ChatGPT's corrected version. Yesterday I went to college and met my teacher. She told me that the exam is coming and I should study hard. ChatGPT's explanation of major changes. Oh, I going. This is the wrong tense for a past action. It should be I went. Past tense of go. Oh, I meet. This is also a past event. It should be I met. Past tense of meet. Oh, she tell me. For a past action, it should be she told me. Past tense of tell. Oh, study hardly. This is the wrong word. Hardly means almost not at all. For example, I hardly ever study means I almost never study. You mean to study with effort, so it should be study hard. Now imagine getting this kind of clear, detailed explanation every day for your writing. You will stop repeating the same mistakes. You'll start to think with correct grammar automatically. You'll understand why English works the way it works. That's how real fluency grows. Not by guessing, but by truly understanding. 3. Compare my version with a native speaker's version. This is one of the most powerful but often underrated tricks for becoming truly fluent and natural in English. It helps you move beyond just correct English to English that sounds like a native speaker. How to prompt ChatGPT. Here is my sentence. Your sentence. Please rewrite it like a native speaker would say it in natural English. Then explain the difference. Example. Your sentence. I'm very tired because too much work. This sentence is grammatically correct, but it sounds a bit like it came from a textbook, not a real person talking. What you ask ChatGPT. Here is my sentence. I'm very tired because too much work. Please rewrite it like a native speaker would say it in natural English. Then explain the difference. What ChatGPT might reply. Oh, native version. I'm exhausted because I had a lot of work. Oh, explanation. Very tired is correct, but exhausted sounds more natural and expressive when you're extremely tired. Too much work is okay, but I had a lot of work sounds smoother and more common in conversation. If your original sentence was I very tired without M, ChatGPT would also point out. Your original sentence I very tired is missing the verb am. It should be I am very tired, or the shorter form, I'm very tired. With this method, you're not just learning grammar rules. You're learning how real people speak, which is the secret to sounding fluent and confident. You stop sounding like a robot, or like you're just reading from a book. You start sounding alive, clear, and real. 4. Translate and get it fixed. Train your brain away from direct translation. It's very common for English learners to first think in their native language, and then try to translate it word for word into English. This often leads to sentences that are grammatically correct, but sound very unnatural, or even strange to a native speaker. This technique helps you fix that habit. How to prompt ChatGPT. First, think of a sentence in your native language. Try to translate it into English yourself. Then, give both to ChatGPT. Translate this sentence into English. Your native language sentence. Now, please check if my translation sounds natural and correct it if needed. Explain any changes. Why this works. By doing this every day, you train your brain to move away from direct, word-for-word translation. Instead, you start to understand and use more natural English phrasing. You'll stop making those translation errors and start forming sentences like a native speaker would. Action tip. Create your My English Corrections file. This is a super important tip for long-term improvement. Every time you use ChatGPT for correction, especially with technique 1, 2, or 4, save the reply. Copy and paste your original mistake, ChatGPT's correction, and the explanation into a simple document or note file on your computer or phone. You can call it something like My English Corrections or My Learning Log. Why is this important? Because repeated mistakes can become permanent if you don't actively work to fix them again and again. Review this file every weekend. Look at your past mistakes, reread the explanations, and try to make new sentences using the correct forms. You now have the perfect tool to fix your mistakes daily, kindly, instantly, and with full understanding. This personal log will show you your progress and help you focus on your weakest points. Key takeaway: progress is about doing it right. Imagine two learners trying to improve their English. A learner A watches many English videos and writes some sentences, but he never checks if they're correct. He keeps making the same mistakes for years, and his English doesn't really get better. A learner B writes just one sentence a day, but she always asks ChatGPT, "Please check this sentence, fix it, and explain why." She understands her mistakes and learns from them. Who becomes fluent faster? Obviously, learner B, because real progress in English is not about doing more things. It's about doing it right. And now, you have the ability to do it right every single time, with zero cost and zero fear. You don't need to be perfect to start. You don't need to memorize thick grammar books. You just need to start writing and then asking, "Is this correct? Can you help me fix it? Please explain why." And ChatGPT will never say no. Ready to build your vocabulary the smart way? Let's move on to Part 3. Part 3. Master new words. Grow your vocabulary smartly. Alright, welcome back. In Part 1, you learned how to use ChatGPT to practice speaking every day, building your confidence. In Part 2, we covered how to fix your English mistakes and understand why you made them. Now, in Part 3, we're going to talk about vocabulary. This is a huge part of speaking English well, and ChatGPT can help you master new words in a way that truly sticks in your brain. The problem? Forgetting new words. Let's be honest. Vocabulary is one of the biggest problems for many English learners. It's not because learners don't want to improve. It's because they don't know how to grow their vocabulary the right way. Here's what most people do. They search on Google for 10 new English words. They write them down in a notebook. They try to memorize them like homework from school. And guess what? After just 1 week, they forget everything. Why does this happen? Because they only read the word, but they never feel the word. They know the definition, but they don't know how it sounds in real life, how it feels in a real situation. They collect words, but they never build a real connection or emotion with those words. That's why they disappear from memory so quickly. ChatGPT is your solution. Live with words. That's why in this step, I'll show you how to use ChatGPT to learn vocabulary in a way your brain truly remembers. You'll see words used in real-life situations, practice them daily through smart methods, and make them a natural part of your speaking, without memorizing boring lists. This is not about just collecting words. This is about living with them, practicing with them, and owning them so they become part of your active English. Here are the techniques for smart vocabulary growth. Techniques for smart vocabulary growth. 1. Learn words in context, not isolation. Instead of just asking ChatGPT, "Give me 10 English words," we're going to ask for words in a way that helps your brain understand and remember them better. How to prompt ChatGPT. Give me 10 daily life English words with simple meanings and example sentences. Use each word in a situation I can understand. Now, watch the transformation. Instead of giving you a boring list of difficult words like abandon, acquire, evaluate, ChatGPT will give you something like this. A word, abandon. O meaning. To leave something or someone behind. O sentence. He had to abandon his car in the storm and walk home. O context/situation. Imagine you're stuck in heavy rain and your car breaks down. You can't drive anymore, so you leave it and go. That's abandoning your car. Why does this work so well? Because now, this word is not just a word. It's a story. You saw it. You felt it. You understood it in a real situation. Your brain will now remember it, not because you memorized it, but because it made emotional sense and had a clear picture in your mind. 2. Build vocabulary by topic. Organize your brain. Your brain learns better when words are grouped together by theme. Don't learn random words. Learn words that belong together. How to prompt ChatGPT. Teach me 7 English words related to topic, e.g., food and eating, with example sentences and situations. You can choose any topic you like. Give me 10 emotional vocabulary words people use in relationships with natural examples. Teach me 5 advanced words to talk about sadness with simple definitions and real-life situations. Give me 8 words about travel and holidays. Let's do one together. Imagine you ask, give me 5 emotional words people use in relationships. ChatGPT might give you, O word, affection, meaning, a gentle feeling of liking or care. Sentence, he showed his affection by remembering her favorite coffee every morning. Situation, imagine a boyfriend who remembers tiny things that make his girlfriend happy, like her favorite coffee. That's showing affection. O word, neglect, meaning, not giving enough attention or care. Sentence, she felt neglected when he stopped replying to her texts. Situation, imagine you have a plant, but you forget to water it for a long time. You are neglecting it. Or like in the sentence, if someone you care about stops giving you attention, you might feel neglected. When vocabulary is emotional, themed, and visual, it becomes permanent because your brain remembers stories and connections, not just sounds or definitions. 3. Personalize vocabulary to your life. Use it today. This is one of the most powerful ways to use ChatGPT, and almost nobody is doing it. Learn words that you can use immediately in your own life. How to prompt ChatGPT. Give me 10 English words that I can use to talk about my daily routine, waking up, eating, working, relaxing with example sentences. Why is this so effective? Because now the vocabulary is immediately useful. You're not learning difficult words like relinquish or benevolent, words you might not use often. You're learning things you can actually say today about your life. ChatGPT might give you, oh, get up. I get up at 7 a.m. every morning. Oh, brush. I brush my teeth while listening to music. Oh, prepare. I prepare breakfast for my family. Oh, commute. I commute to work by bus. Oh, focus. I try to focus on my tasks at work. Now, imagine you practice those 10 words every morning by describing your day to ChatGPT. In just 1 month, you're not just learning new words. You're thinking in English without even trying. And that's how fluency happens. 4. Make ChatGPT quiz you. Test your memory fun way. Learning vocabulary without testing it is like lifting weights once and expecting big muscles. You need repetition. You need feedback. ChatGPT can give you fun, no-pressure quizzes. How to prompt ChatGPT. Give me a vocabulary quiz of 5 questions using the words we learned today. Ask 1 question at a time. Wait for my answer. Then tell me if I'm right and explain. Example. ChatGPT. What does affection mean? A. Anger. B. Care and love. C. Hunger. D. Excitement. U. B. ChatGPT. Correct. Affection means care and love. Great job. Next question. What does neglect mean? Now you're learning and testing in a fun, private, judgment-free way. No teacher, no exam pressure, just you, your brain, and daily growth. 5. Use new words in sentences, get feedback on usage. Once you learn new words, your goal should not be just to memorize them. Your goal is to use them in real conversation. ChatGPT can check if you're using them correctly. How to prompt ChatGPT. I just learned the word new word. I will now use it in 3 different sentences. Please check if I'm using it correctly and give me feedback. Example. I just learned the word neglect. I will now use it in 3 different sentences. Please check if I'm using it correctly and give me feedback. 1. I neglect my homework. 2. My boss neglect the team. 3. She neglects her health these days. ChatGPT's feedback. Sentence 1. Correct. You use neglect perfectly here. Sentence 2. Neglect is okay, but it should be my boss neglects the team. Remember to add s to the verb when the subject is he, she, or it in the present simple. Sentence 3. Perfect usage. You use neglects correctly here. Now you're not only learning, you're mastering, because learning a word once means nothing, but using it confidently means everything. 6. Bonus, the 30-day vocabulary challenge. Want a structured plan for vocabulary? Ask ChatGPT to create one for you. How to prompt ChatGPT. Create a 30-day vocabulary challenge for English learners. Each day should include 5 words, example sentences, and a small task to practice them. Example, ChatGPT's response for day 1. A day 1 words. Wake, wash, eat, go, work. Sentences. I wake up at 6 a.m. I wash my face. I eat breakfast. I go to work. I work hard. Task. Write 3 sentences using today's words and say them aloud. Now, every day becomes a mission. Every morning, you grow 5% better. And in 30 days, you will have 150+ new words that you can use without fear. You don't need to know 5,000 words. You need to use 500 words correctly in real life. ChatGPT is the only tool that gives you new words, explains them in simple English, uses them in stories, tests you with quizzes, checks your mistakes, and helps you remember by using them again and again. It's not just a dictionary. It's a personal vocabulary trainer. Use it wisely, and you'll never feel stuck for words again. Key takeaway. Words are not power. Words you can use are power. And if you want to express your feelings, your thoughts, your dreams in English, you need the right words in your mouth, not just in your notebook. ChatGPT will give them to you. And with daily use, those words will become your own. So far, we've covered how to speak English every day, how to fix your mistakes, and how to master new words. But what about using English in real-life situations, making lessons just for you, and truly thinking in English? Get ready, because the next parts of this guide will show you how to take your English to the next level and beyond.